didn't do it right.
Jesus. All right, one more time.
Oh, all right.
1, 2, 3, clap. Perfect.
All right.
Close enough.
Yeah.
I hope so. If not, we'll figure it out in post.
Yeah,
But anyway, welcome to the
figure it
first
out.
episode of Noob Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a podcast hosted by and intended for noobs. Thanks, Freggs, for that tagline.
And he's not even here.
He's not. I'm your host, Mike, and we got, Toker, Matt, and Mahogany.
Oh, we're not in video. I waved.
No, you fucking twat.
How do you wave on audio? I don't know how you do it.
Say it. Just say wave.
Waving.
Wave. I'm
Yeah,
waving.
We're all waving to you.
Waving.
The thing is I can see that you're not actually waving, and that's...
Okay. I'm waving.
There it is.
There it is.
That's
Waved.
already good.
So
So,
if you guys-
I thought you went with Noob's Shoe, which is much better than Noob's Show.
No, I've tried a bunch of names, and naming podcasts are hard because of copyright laws.
But Noob's
Yeah.
Shoe, I'm sure that was available.
I'm sure it was, but I don't think it's a podcast about, Yeezys.
Shoe. What? I mean, it's like, it could be all kinds of things, like walk into another guy's shoe, or take a walk in my shoe, or steal my shoes, or your girlfriend's shoes.
I've got a good one. It could just be a really deep dive in Nelly's I Need Two Per song from the late 90s.
That's... You can stretch that into an hour?
Oh, we could do a whole series about it, I think. I need to do some research first, but I feel like that song has a story that hasn't been told yet, and we could really just dive in and let the people know about Nelly and that period of his life and that song.
I don't know if I know that song.
I don't either.
I know a lot of Nelly songs.
Stepping
I
in my
know-
Air Force Ones.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I have, I got these shoes that are called, I got off Amazon for $20. They're wands, Juan. And so I use that joke until my family vomits.
Your Air Force Wands?
Air Force Wands. This is my Air
That's
Force Wands.
Fucking ridiculous.
How much have you had to drink before you got on here, Matt?
Oh, no, I haven't. I mean, how do you think today?
You're a liar.
Well, I did mention earlier that I had a bad day at work, and I usually, have medication I should take in the evenings.
What happened to work, Matt? What made it so bad?
I'm not talking about it on here, but the what was
Why
that
don't you go
bad?
ahead and shout out the name of your company and let them know that you represent them fully?
Noob's Shoe. we sell Noob's shoes and shoes apparel.
Well, I'm hoping we just talk about a bunch of bullshit. Like my one question I had the other week,
Yeah.
which was, if you had to put money on a match between a gorilla and a lion in a cage, who would win?
I would try to free them both because it's cruel.
I mean, that's the best answer. You win. Matt wins.
I'm sorry.
Next question.
Well, I mean, obviously they're a baby gorilla and a baby lion.
Why did you throw baby in there?
Because if they're like a cute, cuddly little baby, that would it would be. I mean, if you're gonna have a cruel fight, that would be the best one, right?
No.
Why?
I mean,
think it's-
no.
I think it's worse.
The baby. Okay, the baby gorilla is still very strong. The baby lion still has claws, but it has like those little kind of baby, real needle-like teeth. So it's like a little tiny.
I know what
puncture.
you mean. Puppies' teeth are unreasonably sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
So, and then the PETA girls jump out of the stands, like painted up like tigers, and save both of them. And then I'll win the bet because I was the only one to bet that would happen.
I don't like it.
Okay.
I think the show's over. I don't want to continue after what the fuck Matt ever just went down a tangent to.
We made it about 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes. I think that's a good run.
Cheers.
Welcome to the first and last episode
That's right.
of New Show.
What?
Noob's
Noob
two
Shoes.
left feet is the next episode.
Shoes.
Noob's feet. Welcome to
No.
Noob's feet.
We're not calling it feet. No
Why not?
Yeah.
feet.
Mahogany has a real anti-foot thing. She doesn't like feet.
What's
I
wrong
don't
with feet,
feet.
Mahogany?
They're disgusting.
So?
That's why shoes and socks are so awesome, because they cover feet. Feet are gross.
See, I like to suck toes with just a little bit of ranch.
Yeah.
That's called shrimping, isn't it? Is that what that's called? Shrimping when you suck on toes.
To this conversation.
I've never heard it called shrimping.
It's called shrimping.
I
You like
understand
to
it.
suck on little toes.
Oh, I thought it was specifically with the ranch. Is that the fried shrimp combo?
I mean, now this is officially over.
No.
Oh, how you have any other topics you want me to ruin?
Sure. Have you seen... You have kids, Matt. Did you guys watch the movie Soul yet by Disney? Hey, everybody. Just a quick little update. This is going to contain a spoiler for the movie Soul because I'm an idiot. Thanks.
No, apparently my family watched part of that, and it got really weird, and my kids didn't want to finish watching it. So
It's real depressing.
Is
yeah,
it?
it's like the guy dies, and then he's
Spoilers.
it's called Soul. It's not a spoiler.
Continue, Matt.
Yeah,
Your
no.
review of...
The review of the movie that I didn't see. So yeah, so all I know is
Yeah.
my 7-year-olds did the basically walked out of the movie theater, which was our living room, on that one because at certain times the soul would realize that it had died, and it would just get really sad. That's not fun. That doesn't make me want to go to a roller coaster at Disney World. Shut up, Disney. So I
That
don't know.
should be a fun theme park where it's just, you get to experience what death is like while you're at Disney World. Like
You do if you're a single middle-aged father.
I was going to say, I feel like just being there is experiencing something horrible.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially if it's 100 degrees and you've been standing on the same spot of asphalt for the last hour. Yeah,
Exactly.
pretty
It's
bad.
like, I'm going to pay a lot of money to go stand in line.
Yeah, and you know that lightsaber, build your own lightsaber? When that came out back in, whatever last year, there was, a 6-month waiting list.
Yeah, we didn't get to do it.
It's... But Disney has learned and started... You know how you had to wait in line?
Yeah.
Now you have a timer on your phone, and it says be at the gate by this time, and it's your turn.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they have some
you
cool
can
things like
go-
that where you can kind of be wandering around instead of actually in line, and you go back and wait 15 minutes or something.
Have you ever held one of those lightsabers that you can make at the Disney World?
No.
Yeah, but the kid's dad made me give it back to him.
Really?
Fucking nerds.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But no, one of the girls at work, her fiance now went and built one and brought it in, and it's a really. I mean, I'm not a big Star Wars junkie or anything. It's a really cool toy, but it's it's a toy.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be fun for the experience, especially because you can customize it. How much did that cost, by the way? Do y'all know?
I
I'm
don't
gonna look it
know.
up.
I know the droid, build your own droid thing was really what I wanted. My son really wanted to. I wanted to do that, but it was a lot expensive too, and you couldn't get it. You couldn't do it anyway. But Millennium Falcon was fun.
Yeah. So that whole build your lightsaber thing is $200.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
And
Not
I
after
think
you've dropped $5,000 on your trip. No, it's not bad at all.
and the build your own drone or droid after having all the pieces was like $500.
I mean, it's a lightsaber. It's a droid. It's not. That's not a bad price in my opinion.
I mean,
I would
droids.
I mean, when I was a little kid, I would think a droid would be like, "Oh my god, that's unimaginable, unobtainable."
Star Wars is
Right?
also overrated.
What?
I
Stop it.
mean, it for you probably so, yeah. And
All of
as it
them.
is now, yeah,
Maybe so.
probably so.
Or are you just saying
But-
that to get a rise out of
Trying to get
people?
a rise. I'm not giving
No,
it to him.
I really didn't enjoy the first, the original 3 Star Wars.
Did you see them first?
Yes.
No,
How
are you
old
talking
were you
about
when you saw
episode
them?
1, 2, and 3, or are you talking about
No,
4,
3,
5,
4,
6?
5.
4,
4,
5,
5,
6.
6. 4, 6. The middle.
How old were you when you saw them?
Like 16.
Yeah, see, well, I don't know.
Who
You were
last year?
16.
I didn't like
In-
Space Wizards.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It was a movie for its time, but it's not going to hold up. It's not going to
That's
hold
tough.
up
But you know what does?
imagination-wise. What does?
The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian is not old enough to be
it just came out.
like that
Yeah.
shit just came out. You
Still
can't
like
tell
it.
me 30 years from now that The Mandalorian totally holds up.
I bet it does.
It might. It was good. I liked it.
It'll hold up to people who saw it now
But
and
yeah,
watch
like,
it again for nostalgia in
people
30
who have
years.
seen something amazing, like something that we couldn't even imagine now, watching it in the future would probably be like, yeah, okay, I understand why you like that, Grandpa. But
Yeah. It would be kind of like us trying to explain to some young guy how great a movie The Black Hole was. So,
WHAT?
The Black Hole. You never seen The Black Hole?
No.
Oh.
Sorry,
Red Robot
Grandpa.
with the little blender knife thing where he cuts people up. And
No.
that was pre-Star
Oh.
Wart, but great show.
Let's take Grandpa back to the home.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna sip my tea.
But no, that's what I was talking about. No, you guys mostly have good taste and stuff. Like when we saw The Thing in theaters, that was awesome.
You
Love
know,
that movie.
you had never seen The Thing, and that movie's from 1984, I think.
Yeah,
Early 80s.
it's great.
That movie holds up. It's phenomenal. That said, as much as I love The Neverending Story as a child, I do not think you would like The Neverending Story now.
No,
No.
I think I tried watching it. I didn't like The Dark Crystal either. I tried watching
Me
that.
either.
What?
I didn't see it at the right time. I was a grown-up when I saw that movie, and I was like, okay, why are these puppets so bad?
What?
The puppets
They're
weren't bad.
First of all, they're Muppets, not
They were
puppets.
Jim Henson
Shitty.
Productions.
They were shittily... They were... I don't know. They were just not well done, in my opinion.
What is a well done puppet, Mahogany?
If you say Kermit the Frog after sitting on the Dark Crystal, this conversation's over.
I don't know, like...
Miss Authority on puppets. Let's hear it.
I mean, you're putting me on the spot here. I didn't say that I was a, like, puppet enthusiast anyway. Never claimed to be such a thing.
Are you claiming
know.
that now?
No. No, I am not.
I'm gonna leave her favorite puppet is Peanut from Jeff Dunham.
No. Even though I remember the first time I saw that puppet, I was amazed. I was amazed. I was like 8 or something. And it was like, what is that thing? It's funny. I was a child. I don't know. What is Peanut? What is it?
I don't fucking.
Exactly. I don't fucking know what it is, but I don't know. It was
The right
a
answer
cool
was
little
Big
thing.
Bird. Big Bird's the coolest puppet.
Big Bird's not a puppet.
It's
Big
not a
Bird's
What
puppet.
is he?
suit.
It's just a suit.
It's just a guy in a suit, man.
Guy in a suit with. Well, I mean, I
Just
guess.
a guy in a suit, man.
If you operate the mouth with your hand, it's a puppet.
But if your whole self is inside it, I don't think it is.
Well,
Maybe
No,
like.
that's shut up, Toker. If your whole self is inside it.
Yeah, I went dirty. That was that laugh.
Yeah, that's right.
Ew, that just reminded me that one of you made me know what vor is.
What is?
Well, wasn't Matt?
It wasn't me. I don't know. I learn something every day with you guys.
Was it you,
Yeah, like
Toker?
shrimping. No, I don't know what vor is.
Oh, then it was me. It's
It
when,
was-
you want to be eaten by a giant anime girl and just
Yeah.
live in her tummy.
Weird. I knew it had
Don't
to be
kink
you.
shame.
It
This
had to
is
be you.
where video. I have no
It
words.
had to
It's
be
called
you.
vor.
I can't shame something until I somewhat understand it, and you'll just have to get back to me on that because I can't process like being eaten by a giant anime girl, sure, but to finish it off with living in their tummy.
Living in her tummy, not a
What's
stomach.
sexual about that?
Tummy.
Oh. So everyone, this is the reactions to seeing vor. Here's for y'all.
The fuck? What?
Since it's not a visual podcast, just if you're over
It's
the age
not.
of 18, Google vor, and it's the girl in the blue suit.
What?
That's so
Well,
weird.
That
It's
takes care of
just
my love rival.
unbelievably just disgusting.
What the hell?
You know, it's just people like, look, man, if you can do it, it's a fetish.
Yeah.
I
like
guess.
Google shrimping.
No, let's stop talking about
No. Now I have to find out what.
Please let it be some Forrest Gump reference that comes up and nothing disgusting.
It's
I
not.
bet there is a picture of Forrest Gump shrimping though.
Yep.
Somebody's done that for sure. And if they haven't,
That was why he was so upset about Lieutenant Dan losing his legs.
Here's a little update, y'all. Matt is correct. Shrimping, to suck on someone's toes for sexual gratification.
There you go. So what did I win?
You get a shrimping session from me. Bring me them tootsies.
It's not even this week to wash them.
I want to take my headphones off. I don't want to hear that.
so this is why you wanted us to record in Audacity, and we had to wear headphones is so that you could whisper and that it's going right next to the brain.
I just felt, I literally felt my headphones like a little breath of air, like inside there.
Yeah.
Here's another question. Have you ever woke up screaming?
What? About
No,
yes, I have.
but I have woken up laughing twice, like full on belly laugh as I was waking up.
Well, what do you do? What was so funny, Toker?
Well, to describe dreams to people is normally pretty boring because there's no context, and this is one of those cases where I remember the dream vividly, but it was just I was in a classroom. I was probably middle school when I had this dream, and I looked over and the girl's face was funny, and I laughed, and I woke up mid laugh. There's nothing dramatic about the dream. She just had a funny face. And it was the funniest face I'd ever seen, apparently.
What's the second one?
Uh,
You got with the first one.
Oh, we gotta hear this.
The second one doesn't exist because I think it was just the one time now.
Oh, bullshit! Come on.
No.
Well, you ever have a dream that you're laying in your bed and your dad comes in shirtless and lays on your hand and it hurts so much you wake up screaming? That happened to me.
No.
What?
It was a lot.
You had the same dream?
It only happened once. It's not a reoccurring dream.
Everyone at home right now is calling the police.
Yeah, we're very concerned.
It was fine. But
No,
something
it's not
camera off.
fine.
Are
We
you
sure that was
okay?
a dream? Why is your camera off, noob?
Is it safe?
Is your dad there now?
Stay on the line with us, noob. Stay on the line with us.
it was nothing
Help
like
is
I
on
don't
the
know
way.
why it was, but I learned that apparently your brain when you get hurt in a dream, you're getting hurt for real because your brain interprets it as pain.
I can understand that.
Yeah, that blew my fucking mind.
So what was it? What was actually on your hand that was hurting when you woke up?
Nothing. There was nothing in there. It
Your
was
hand
just a
wasn't
dream.
hurting?
No, it was a dream. It was hurting. So my
So
brain
then it
gave
did
pain
hurt.
response.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had at one point in time in high school a wristwatch that had one of those metal expanding bands on it. Mm-hmm. So it's like slats of metal that would expand, and I fell asleep with it on. That night I had a dream that I was on a couch in a field, and a snake was swimming towards me. I don't know why it was swimming because we weren't in the water, but I remember it swimming towards me. And it bit me on my hand, and I couldn't pull it off. And when I woke up, somehow my finger had gotten stuck underneath the wristwatch band, and I was trying to pull my watch off, and that's what the pain was. It felt like a snake biting me. So I just assumed maybe you fell asleep on top of your hand or something, and maybe that's why you had that strange dream. I don't want you to tell anybody else
Or
about.
his dad was running out of the room as he woke up. I don't know.
No, but I did have a dream once. I was eating a hot dog.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Anyway.
Stop it. Oh, God. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We're going back.
We got another,
Oh,
another
Lord.
like 40 minutes.
Don't tell people how much time's left. They'll tune out.
Yeah, don't do
Seriously.
that.
What I really
So-
want to see though.
No, but
Go ahead.
Give us a dream.
No, give us a dream, Mahogany. Tell us one of your dreams.
I was just gonna tell you about how when I was a kid, I watched so much like TV, like Batman and like like the old Batman and like shit like that would do the big to be continued and
Yeah, no, Batman.
yeah, and it was a whole like it was a thing that happened a lot in TV, and so it carried over to my dreams. I would lucid dream, and at the end of my dreams, right before it was time to wake up, it would go to be continued, and then the next night when I started dreaming, I would get a recap last night in Mahogany's dreams. this is what happened. And it would recap, and then we would get back into the dream. And yeah.
That is a talent that I am very jealous of. I can't tell how many
For
times I
real.
wanted to go back into a dream, and it
Yes.
just wouldn't work.
Yeah,
So-
like I can't do it anymore. But when I was a kid, I was like, when I lived in New York, so when I was like 5, 6.
That's pretty awesome.
Mahogany just reminded me I had a dream where I dreamt up a Dane Cook skit because I was listening to comedy. And it was the one where he's in a car, but the wheels are the wheels from Wheel of Fortune.
What?
So I was dreaming I was in the car, but the wheels were the Wheel of Fortune wheels. So I was
That'd be
just
a noisy
clicking down the
car.
road. That's all I got. I just remember that fucking story.
That's as annoying as Dane Cook. The
Yeah, it was. So Matt, what's your dream?
not any funny ones, but when my wife and I we were still dating, and she was over at my house, and we were watching.
Which one?
My current wife. So we were watching a movie. I don't remember what the name of the movie was. I was just trying to remember it, but in the movie there's this big giant black wolf that's like a spirit wolf that's chasing them, or these people. And so during the movie I fell asleep on the couch, right? I wake up screaming, with my
See?
girlfriend there.
That's
Because in my dream, this big ass wolf was standing on my kitchen table. That was right. This is a small house, so the kitchen table is like right next to the living room. It's standing on the table, and so I wake up, jump up, and I was like, "Get out of here!" like really loud. And so my wife is like, "What's wrong with you?"
I'm surprised that wasn't a deal breaker.
Oh no! Oh, dude, No, it was. But I was. I was like completely terrified and screamed at this wolf. I swear it was there. I had to look it was like one of those things where you wake up and you have to look at it like twice just to make sure. Yeah.
I've woken up talking before.
Oh yeah.
Finishing a conversation that I guess I was having in my dream.
I've done that. That's got
weird.
That's gotten me in trouble before.
How's that gotten you in trouble, man?
Long time ago. I don't talk in my sleep. I used to talk in my sleep a lot.
Now he makes sure to get all that talking out before he goes to sleep.
Y'all think this is just how I am. I've practiced this for years. Just get it all out. Don't leave
This is
anything
a
in
persona
there.
that I've honed over
Yep.
the years and created and
Get it
made
out.
perfect.
I empty
He's the
it.
drunk uncle we've all wanted.
I am
The Funko.
I'm anybody's fun uncle, that's for sure.
He's the fun uncle that gets drunk at weddings and then asks strangers for car rides home.
I've done that, multiple times.
Yeah, we've witnessed it.
Yeah, I usually try to start early in the day. That way, I'm fairly sober so I make good decisions.
Start mapping out that ride choice.
Yeah, you gotta make wise decisions, so that's best done when you're not drinking.
I used to make plans like that too, but it was more like, what time will I be close to a toilet I'm comfortable using? Like, how much can I eat here? So it's basically the same thing.
It's very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what you're into, and you just have to map your day around it.
Well, in general, if you have decent, good people that give you a ride, they probably have a clean bathroom.
How
Right.
come shitting at your own house is always the best place to shit?
Because
You ever think about that?
No, but I guess it is.
I don't know. I feel like okay, so this is not me, but I feel like some people prefer to shit out
Yeah.
as opposed to shit in.
Yeah.
Like, I know this from working places where I had to clean bathrooms.
Oh God.
Those were
and
all accidents.
So this is how y'all met.
I feel like
So-
this is like premeditated. I feel like it's like, you know what? We're going out. I know I'm lactose intolerant, but I'm gonna have a couple milkshakes, and we're gonna start this fucker off with some nachos with extra cheese and blah blah blah, and then I'm gonna go.
I'm not
blow
leaving
up
this restaurant till I
this
shit
bathroom.
here.
Well,
Yeah.
I have no choice but to shit immediately.
Oh God.
And that's why I made the decisions that I made. I knew what was coming, and I knew I didn't have to clean it up.
Not only do I want to say that at a restaurant, I want to go to a furniture store and say, I won't leave until I shit here.
They don't sell toilets.
They don't sell toilets. Not as far. You have to go to Lowe's and they put them in boxes. Oh.
Rooms to go.
It's my favorite threat. I won't leave until I shit here.
The only room they don't have at Rooms to Go is the bathroom.
Yeah.
But fun fact, they do have sinks at Lowe's, and they're out.
I used to be I would only shit at home or somewhere I was very comfortable. School was a nightmare because I didn't want to shit at school at all.
It never feels right.
No, and I never did, but I did have a lot of almost shitting myself on the way home from school because I'd held it so long that day. Like, it was a real, I don't want to shit somewhere that's not my bathroom. And I think it comes from when I was forced into child labor as a young one, and I worked at a peach packing factory. And the bathrooms there hadn't been cleaned since before my birth. So I didn't want to shit there.
Why were you packing peaches?
We used to sell peaches on street corners because we were poor people.
Sorry, we can't all be rich, Matt.
Yeah.
But I mean, where did you get the peaches? I mean, if you had a whole bunch of...
We would go to a place called Minetta Peach Packers. I say Minetta. It's in Minetta, obviously.
That sounds like a sex move. The Minetta Peach Packer.
Minetta Peach Packer. It involves an old lady who doesn't shower. She just douses in perfume.
Spicy.
But no, you'd go there and you would pay by the pound, real cheap, because you had to do all the work. The peaches come through on a conveyor belt, and you sort them into boxes, so you could get them really cheap that way. And then we would drive out to a busy intersection somewhere and sell peaches all weekend and make a good bit of money. It's just a lot of work. But you would be in that peach packing factory from sun up to sundown.
Oh, Jesus.
Just living off 7-Ups and cheese crackers, and eventually a shit had to happen. And you didn't want it to happen there. It's real gross.
I think my worst shitting experience was probably in the 4th grade. And the bathrooms there are terrible, so 4 older 5th graders opened the door and just laughed at me while I shit.
Oh, no.
That's awful.
Explains a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kids are horrible.
I couldn't get up because they'd seen my little wiener.
I mean, I had a traumatic bathroom experience, but it wasn't. It was weird. It was the skating rink, and
this already sounds hilarious. The title of this episode is now "Pooping in Skates."
Well, I wasn't pooping. I just had to pee, but I was, I was still sitting down, and this fucking wasp comes and just lands on me, and then it flies down to my skate, and then goes into my skate, and then it stings me.
That's terrifying.
And I couldn't do anything about it. And I was sick. Yeah.
This sounds like a scene out of a sitcom.
It's just like, hell. And I debated, on my way in, I was like, should I take my skates off? Because I'd have to go get my shoes, because I'm not walking around in the bathroom in just my socks.
Smart kid.
So I was like, should I take my skates off, or should I not?
You said you're allergic,
I really
right?
gotta pee, yeah.
I'd rather have a stinky foot than shock.
But I didn't know the wasp was in there until I was mid-pee.
And it just stung you.
It just went in my skate, and then I tried to move, and it stung me, because
it stung you?
I squished it. Yeah, I squished it.
Did you have an EpiPen?
No, they had one there. Thank goodness.
Oh, God, that's awful.
I haven't had one since, gosh, I was 18 or whatever. So I just am very adamant about people who think it's okay to swat at bees. I'm like, you and me are not friends. I don't hang out with you anymore. You don't care about my life.
Bees and shit don't give a shit about you either.
Yeah, no, they don't give a shit about me either. But in high school, there was this one bee that would go away if you cursed at it. If you told it to fuck off, the bee would fuck off. But if you said go away, no, this was in high school. This was
I don't know. Same bee.
I don't know, but it was okay. So those disgusting Bradford pear trees, the ones that stink so hard.
Yeah,
had a bunch of them, and like in front of the school, and that's where we would have lunch. Is there were picnic tables and like vending machines and shit,
And bees.
and we would sit there. Yeah, well, they were when the trees were in bloom, especially they were buzzing around the trees, and so me and my group all sat in this one spot, and yeah, if you cursed at the bee, it would go away. I don't know if it was the same one, but it responded.
That whole colony had a problem.
It
They were very religious. They were very conservative bees.
Well, we weren't far from Bob Jones University, so maybe
That's what it
they were Bob
was.
Jones
I did
bees.
a lot of studying of bees back in the day, and I can tell you that bees do not understand English, but they have a very good sense of smell.
Okay.
They were actually trying to use them to detect.
That was a roundabout way of saying that maybe your breath stank.
No,
Yelling
because
at bees.
if I yelled at it to go away, then it would just stay there. But if I yelled at it to fuck off, it would go away.
Well, when you that sound that blows, that's yeah, that gets a lot of bad breath.
Whatever. I was a smoker, but who
Do it.
knows?
No,
Y'all were smoking in middle or in high school?
Yes.
Middle school.
Damn. You were smoking in middle school, Matt?
Like 12 or 13.
Well, I mean, you're from
Yeah.
like the 1920s, so it makes sense.
Well, yeah.
I think I
I mean,
smoked my first cigarette when I was 8,
if you,
but I didn't like smoke until I was like 13.
yeah, I'm the same way. I think I tried a little early. I mean, whenever you got done with your day in the tobacco field, you got to roll up. You take a pack home with you.
My best friend's mom smoked Vantage Ultralights.
Oh, yeah.
And Jacqueline and I would take them into
Yeah.
the little strip of woods between our house, and we would smoke cigarettes. And then we would rub salt on us because I thought that because when you put the salt in your mouth, you couldn't taste the smell. You couldn't taste the smoke taste. So it was like, maybe
Yeah.
if we rub it on us, you
I don't
can't
think those were
smell it
cigarettes.
I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't. If you smoke
It
a
was
cigarette,
totally
everybody knows it.
logical.
I rub myself
This
in
was-
salt, the smell will go away.
were there filters on those cigarettes or
Yeah,
not?
they were those weird
Yeah,
little,
Okay.
those little like cross filters. Yeah,
Advantage.
those were the days.
So another pooping story.
Yes.
Oh, please.
Back to the toilet we go.
Well, yeah. So when I worked for the radio station in Charleston, South Carolina, we spent a lot of time at a place called the Music Farm, which
Rest in peace.
just recently closed due to COVID. But their bathrooms were horrendous. So I would never use the bathroom there. I'd pee and leave. That's it. And they went through an ownership change, and they remodeled the whole inside. And again, this was 10 years ago when they remodeled. But I remember being in there before a show, and I'd gone to a bar down the street and foolishly eaten like a chili cheeseburger or something, knowing that I was going to be at the farm for hours. But they'd remodeled the bathrooms. So I was like, got a nice, new, clean place to shit with a door that works. The old bathrooms in the men's room, no doors. If you shit in the Music Farm before the remodel, you were just shitting for the world. Anybody could walk in and just look you dead in the face.
You stink, dude.
So that's why I'd never shit there.
But the real question is, who's the person that comes in and stares at you?
Well, we're getting to that person because now there's
Oh
now
no!
there's a door, and I'm excited. Full thing of toilet paper, clean seat. This bathroom's not even 3 weeks old. I bet I'm maybe the second person to ever shit in here.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm on the toilet, door is closed, I'm shitting, and the thing that you hate happens. Somebody comes up and jiggles the handle like they want to see if it's occupied or not. The door's locked. It's obviously occupied. This dude looked over the door to make sure it was empty, and he saw me shitting. And I was just like, dude, the door's new. Fuck off. Like, do you not know how doors work? Go away. So, yeah, that's why I still don't shit in public if I can help it.
I once had a guy ask me to take pictures of him in the bathroom.
Dude, God. Where are you going?
Do you
How much did it
mean?
pay?
Why do you make it sound so ominous? What do you mean?
I was
with
just
the
at
money?
work. And I work in a kitchen. I work at a steakhouse. I'm cooking steaks or whatever. I go to the
Oh, yeah,
bathroom,
you
wash
are.
my hands, and on the way out, a guy's like, "Hey man, take a couple pictures of me." Pictures of me, I was like, I don't. Sure, man, whatever. I take my
No,
hand-
that's not how you
That's not the proper answer.
No.
That's not the right.
I'm in customer service.
No.
So that's the problem. Is like guys are like notoriously bad at taking pictures, and he
Mine's
thought
not. Have you
I
seen my
don't
Tinder?
think he
thought
mind.
maybe I can take one step up from the bathroom selfie. I'll get someone to take the picture of me, but I'll
bathroom.
still
In the
do
bathroom.
it in the bathroom.
And I was a stranger.
Yeah.
And the best part is I took a picture and I had back and someone's like, "Can you get one more?" As I was walking out.
Yeah, that's
No.
that's
I
the
did.
That's
most
just
ridiculous
weird.
dude thing I've
Well, I was
ever
like,
heard.
why not see where this goes? It's the same reason I answer scam call or scam phone callers.
Well, dude, tell us that when you took this guy's photo, what kind of pose did he strike?
Thumb in the pocket, and then the check mark under your chin.
Can
Like
I
a
ask
G
you, was he
shucks?
wearing a fedora?
No, he wasn't wearing a fedora.
Okay.
He was
Thumb
like
in the pocket.
polo
the check mark.
shirt. No, like in his pants pocket, thumb out, and you can see his hand, and then like a check mark across the face.
That is a really detailed description of that pose that this guy made.
I also remember he was wearing like nice alligator shoes, black dress pants, and like a polo shirt, but the shoes particular stood out to me.
What are the shoes? Tell me more.
Like
about
alligator,
the
there's just
shoes.
nice alligator shoes.
Alligator
The shoes were better than the outfit.
So,
What color boxers do you have on?
He didn't let me see him.
Liar.
I had another dream about eating a hot dog though.
Just get it out of your system, bud.
just do it.
We're here. We don't have to come back after this. Do what you want to do, but just get it out your system.
This doesn't have to
Yeah.
go
Right
anywhere but right here. This could just all stay right here between us, and we'll never bring it up in another show.
Well, it's fun to have a spin-off show at the very least.
Oh, it's the best thing.
What if people are listening to this show that don't know about the other show?
Do you want to tell them, Toker? Do you want to tell them about the other show?
I don't know if the
Shameless
kind of people
self-plug?
I don't know if the people that you would bring into this kind of conversation I want
They
as
have.
listeners for the
Do
other
you
show.
want YouTube money?
We're not getting into
No,
YouTube.
we're not getting
money.
into
No,
money.
there's no
But
way
the
in
kind
hell
of
we're
people
gonna
he's
do
bringing
it.
in have alligator shoes. That's something to think
Oh,
about.
good point. So
So-
homebrew detritus. We don't take. Actually, there is a toilet photo on that show now.
Yeah.
Is
I
it
can't remember what
where?
episode. I can't remember which episode it is. It's a picture of me on the toilet.
I still want to remember which episode we. I don't want to have to listen to all the untitled ones again
For what?
to find out to find where we were talking about Danzig.
Oh, it's not an untitled one. It's the titled one. I
Is
think.
it?
Yeah, but I think we mentioned it. I think probably that one and the one right before it.
Yeah,
It was
maybe.
a one night. It was a one evening good time.
It's a real shame that you don't want to listen to the show that you're in.
I do want to listen to it, but I don't want to listen to. I don't want to fast forward through the
End of
fucking
sentence.
No, she. I know what she's saying. She doesn't want to listen. She wants to listen to it because it's entertaining and she can relax and listen to it.
Yeah,
Not I'm searching for something through hours of
Exactly.
content.
It's like editing.
Yeah. I don't
No.
want to just
No, that's
I
not
wanna
like
give them
editing.
Their time.
Editing sucks.
Toker likes it.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
rewarding
sometimes
To
I do.
have a finished product, but like getting there is a pain.
Yeah.
You've had some masterpieces, I will say that, especially in
I
the,
will agree
the
with
homebrew
that.
detritus show. It's good.
There's been some good times.
I'm looking forward to somebody else editing something. It's like I'll get to be just. I'll just get to
Or
listen.
just be a part.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing too. Since I'm
Yeah.
in every homebrew detritus episode, I'm waiting to listen so I can forget most of it.
Yeah.
You haven't
No.
listened at all.
You mean you haven't gone back? Like you listened week to week though, right?
No, I don't have to put them on.
You listen week to week, though, right?
'Cause I just did it. I just remembered everything that was on there.
You listen week to week, though, right?
You can cut all this out. That's what Frank says like 50 times. You can just cut this part out. No, I'm not.
Is that guy listening? Oh,
not.
okay. Well, then cut that out.
Oh, cut that.
But
Oh,
no,
God, that was hilarious.
do you not listen to the show,
don't.
Noob?
Why?
And it's not because I don't
really
want to.
funny.
It's seriously because I want to get enough time in between. So it's not like, I remember that happening a week ago.
Yeah, but listening to the show is way better than playing
It
the
really
show.
is. I enjoy
so
it.
much different.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're missing out on a whole like 24 magical moments that I've
They're amazing.
created. Yeah. If you could see me now, my dick
I can
is
see
so
your dick.
hard.
I can see it. It's popping up. The no, but you know, like you can also see things.
I just say for shame.
That is a shame.
For not
No,
listening.
Toker does add some really
Well, I
pointed
would-
things to kind of enhance some of the things that happen. It's fun to go back and just watch.
Well, not just that. I was talking to. I'm constantly telling people at work that come in about the show because I like what we do, and I want more people to listen to it, and hopefully they listen to it enough, and we can make some change off of it. But he said that I told him, I was like, well, listen to this. I was listening to my show today, and he's like, you listen to your own show? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, ugh. And I was like, well, if you're a band, you don't listen to your own music? He goes, you should only listen to your music when you're recording it. And I was like, why would you produce
Don't wanna
music
listen
that
to.
you don't want to
Yeah.
listen to?
Yeah, I'm not saying our stuff's bad or anything. I like it.
You don't know. You haven't
I've
watched
watched
it.
most of I watched most of them, or not. I've watched most. Like I start an episode, I never finish it.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
because
real
it
gut
is.
punch
I mean,
there.
because it's really it's definitely a different experience. I listen to all of them, sometimes twice, but I do. I mean, because it's good. They're
Yeah, I
fun,
usually
and it's a lot different than being. Okay. Granted, a lot of times I'm so drunk that I don't actually remember being there, and so it is kind of like the first time, but not always. And sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, and but it's good. And I like the things that Toker does as far as the edits and the little inserts and the animations that come up, or you know, my entire drunk chat log that I happen to post in one of the Discord channels. Thanks for that. Highlighting all my inane comments.
If you want to hang out with us too, you can subscribe to our Patreon.
Sure.
Why would they
You don't
want
even
to?
watch
You
the
don't
show,
even want to
you
hang.
piece
You don't
of
want
I
to
said
listen
I
to.
want to listen to it, but I do want to give it some time.
Oh wait, do I hear somebody? Oh, there's someone needs a picture in the bathroom.
How much time do you need? Our first episode was in August of last year.
You say last year like it was a year ago.
Technically.
It's been 25
Yeah.
weeks.
I remember that like the back of my hand.
So
Yes, I
No, you
do.
don't.
Yeah, you had to have you better at least watch this one. You had to ruin
Yeah.
one of my girl crushes. You better watch this one at least.
Oh, what?
Yeah, exactly. You
Yep.
don't, you won't know unless you watch it. Nobody tell
right.
him anything.
you son of a bitch.
Nobody tell him anything.
I was shocked.
Was it Danzig? Are you into Danzig?
No.
Nobody tell him
I
anything.
think Mahogany's low key into
No more
Danzig.
words. No more words.
Anybody that's into Danzig is a little low key. I mean, it's kind of a
Mother.
yeah.
Is that because he's tiny joke or because you don't like him?
Yeah.
Joke?
They
Yeah, both.
I like
I
his
mean,
shirts.
he's no Machine Gun Kelly.
No, he's not.
Let's not get it twisted.
Matt,
I don't. I've never really listened to
heard
Machine Gun
his
Kelly.
Music. I wasn't even sure he was a musician until
I don't know who that is.
I heard the name.
So he's Pete Davidson's best friend. You might know who Pete Davidson is. I know who Pete Davidson is because he's a comedian, and he also used to date Ariana Grande.
Hey Matt, who's your favorite music artist again?
Ariana Grande, but the that's not important. I do like Machine Gun Kelly's music. It's fun. I like fun music.
Indeed, I like all kinds of music. It just depends on what mood I'm in.
Yeah.
I
Just depends.
love Matt because if you envision, a 40-year-old white dude, with 2 kids and a wife,
Yeah.
you wouldn't think, oh, he loves listening to Ariana Grande.
No.
If you knew a lot of 40-year-olds with 2 kids and a wife, you'd probably be
Probably
not
not.
surprised that he's listening to Ariana
like it.
Grande. It's like my brother. He likes hot people who make music.
Yeah.
That's. Yeah, it doesn't really matter about the music. He
Yeah,
likes
I'll say
this-
this. She's got the best voice on the. I mean, she is the best singer out there right now.
She does.
She's
have
got a good
amazing
voice. When she did the
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live, And she did where she had to do the radio songs because the radio wasn't working. So she had to sing all the different songs. She's got a good voice.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's also smaller than you think.
She's tiny.
She's
better than Mariah. Fight me. So.
Wow, man.
She is.
Matt is ready to throw hands.
I will. I'll throw down.
Look at him.
Nobody here's gonna fight you. We've all seen that weird Mariah Carey video where she's making out with a horse.
I have not
I have
seen
not
that.
seen
That's
such a
really
video.
strange.
They're not like tonguing, but it's a Mariah Carey love song, and it seems like she's singing it to a horse.
I've
Okay,
only
well, I was
watched-
gonna say you're one for talking about people making out with animals.
Oh, don't.
This is true. Your dogs
We've
are
all seen-
animals, Toker.
Yeah, we've all seen you and Arya
That's so gross.
just go at it.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah.
What you don't know is that during the shows, Arya's licking his toes underneath his little
Oh, shrimping. She's shrimping his toes.
Oh, I gotta go.
It's not shrimping because she doesn't have the mouth structure to suck a toe. She's just licking a toe.
Yeah, you just.
So I think that's called cocktailing. Is it cocktailing?
Well, you have to lick them first to get the lint and stuff out before you start sucking on them. Because
Oh no.
sorry, I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're not.
I'm not.
I'm sorry.
I always try to say that several times. I feel like the next one's going to be more sincere sounding than the first one. It doesn't work that way. Sincerely, Matt. I'm sorry, sincerely, Matt.
This is going to be our another new podcast called Sincerely Matt, where he just goes on and apologizes for every show he's hammered in, and tells you.
Well, instead of making new shows every time, maybe you could just do a segment the next time Matt's on with you called Sincerely
I think
Matt.
we should record.
Play a little jingle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
A jingle?
speaking of jingles, I actually have a friend of mine who records music, working on a little 30-second intro to this.
For
Nice.
noob shoes.
And hopefully
Okay,
it's already in
thanks.
here. If so, thank you, Will. If not,
Oh, play it for us real quick.
Time for the new show. It's time for the new show. So get back home, take off your fucking clothes, 'cause it's time for the new show. It's time for the new show with Mike and No. It's time for the new show with Mike and No. So get back home, take off your fucking clothes, 'cause it's time for the new show.
Oh, that's
dope.
that's good
That's
stuff.
really good.
Yeah, no,
All right,
I
let's-
like that. This definitely
Let's
is
do
a
another
good
take.
recording.
No
just in
Ariana
case you-
Grande, but I mean,
let's do another take just in case you guys didn't hear it. I didn't hear shit. Fuck you, Will. Do that to me
Will,
already.
way to let
Yeah,
us
that was
down.
Dead silence. Terrible.
That's why you can't
For
depend on anybody
shame.
anymore.
Nah, he's a cool. Him and my buddy Neil, they like to record music, and hopefully they'll get a jingle out.
Good music.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, what do you consider good music?
Who,
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of. I listen to most everything.
Well,
Like
such
what?
That's a
such
cop out.
as
If I
Cop
had to
out.
pick favorite artists, Ninja Sex Party, Ghost BC, and Danzig.
that's bullshit.
I've heard of
Um,
one out of
that's-
3 of those.
What was the
Danzig.
last three here?
Ninja Sex Party, obviously.
He really is my favorite.
I've never heard of that. I don't know what that is.
You would like it, Matt. You ever watch Game Grumps?
No.
No, he's on there too.
Mm-hmm.
He
He's
writes
a
song
one
about.
person?
It's two people.
Okay.
It's a Ninja or a Danny Sexbang and Ninja Brian. Oh, I'll give y'all some
Danny
music to listen
Sexbang,
to.
you say?
All right. That would yeah, we definitely need some. I've never heard of that, but obviously that's different than.
I mean, I've heard of
I like
Ghost.
Ghost.
Is that what's the genre there? Is it rock, punk? Is
Which
it like
who?
indie? I mean, what's kind of for? I don't know. Which
I feel like you named
Yeah,
three
that
different
was
genres.
multiple.
I think.
I'm asking, like, what's like the Ninja
Oh,
Sex
Ninja
Party?
Sex
What's
Party?
the
Oh,
genre?
they're comedy.
So
But
it's
they
not
also do
actual
a
music.
lot. They do a lot of 80s covers, which are really good.
So
But
you
it's like the funny-
like
it's not
80s synthwave shit?
They do some fun. It's like 80s hair metal, if I had to describe them.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe in a thing
Yeah,
called
something like
love.
that.
Who was that? The Darkness?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Some woman in the middle of my
Oh,
heart.
so what about you? What's your music taste then, huh?
Growing up and still, I was a big Corn kid.
I like corn.
And I for a while I was embarrassed to say that to some people, but then I stopped caring what
Yeah.
other people think. And a buddy of mine pointed out, he goes, "You're lucky. You found a band that you were really into at an early age, and they're still out making music. They haven't OD'd. They're still putting out albums, whether you like it or not. They're still
Sure.
putting out music." He was like, "All my favorite bands died
man, that's
in the
sad.
'90s."
Yeah. A lot of mine too.
And I was like, "Oh, cool." Was a big fan of Alt J more recently. I like their stuff, and I don't know. His music's kind of taken a back seat to the shows. I've been finding a lot of stuff on the Free Music Archives that's really cool, but that's I don't want to sound like some. Oh, I was into it before whatever because I found it on the blah blah blah. And it's like because I'm doing weird searches
prep.
for music on show prep. But there's some really good. The thing is about music now is it's everywhere and it's so
Yeah.
easy to find.
Yeah, thanks Spotify. That's what I use.
It's everywhere. It's so easy to
Yes.
find, but it's also easy to like never hear something
Yeah.
because there's just so much out there.
That's definitely true. There's definitely so many options for it, but this also makes it harder to find things unless you're searching for something very specific.
Like I remember bartending at this place in Mount Pleasant, and this older couple would come in every night, and like I'd always have my iPod hooked up and just listening to all kinds of whatever was whatever I was into at the time, but always on shuffle because I don't like to keep the same genre going for too long or I get antsy. And they introduced me to what became my favorite band. They just like, well, you should check out these people, you should check out these people. One of them was Of Montreal, which is like has been my favorite band ever since then because they're constantly evolving and changing, and they're also just really good. And who else was it? Just like a lot of stuff that eventually made it into the mainstream with like the indie, when indie was like becoming big in the early 2000s, stuff like that. But yeah, it's just weird how these random people who I never really talked to just dropped that bomb on me and changed my life. Insane.
People like music, man.
It's sad though how easy it is to get music out now, and how many people will never make
Yeah.
it from doing it. Because when we worked at the station, one of the main thing I loved about it is that on Sunday nights we would focus on local music, and I mean every week we had new bands that we'd bring in, and none of they had fun doing it. I hope good memories, but it's one of those things where, like, if you're going to be a musician, you have to be prepared for failure because most bands
Right.
don't make it.
I mean, you have to really love doing what you're doing, or else.
And you have to be good at it. I've seen a lot of people love what they're doing, and they're
That
they're
too.
not good.
Funny enough, talking about the movie Soul, give it up one more time for spoilers for the movie Soul. Sorry. That's the whole, like, theme of it.
Spoilers? You spoiling it? I hadn't watched it yet.
I mean, you pick. It's not like it's hard to find. I mean, not the very beginning.
I mean, I feel
Spoiling
like
it.
that's the most movies. The answer is like, the answer was inside me all the time, right?
Yeah, but then
that
that's
how-
when that's when you see your uncle leaving the room. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was not expecting that from you.
I know. It's just.
What do
I've
you
been
mean you weren't
contaminated.
expecting that from him?
I am a very wholesome
wasn't.
individual.
I wasn't.
Hey, Matt, what's your dog's name again?
Luke, he's out. Oh, I left him out.
Well,
Out there.
Matt's a bad pet owner.
He's not. I am a great pet owner.
You really
Love my
are.
dog.
if we had more time left and we were going to talk about movies, we should talk about how terrible that Wonder
my
Woman
God,
movie
it
I
is.
think
So
y'all did that
I-
enough.
Go ahead. I haven't heard it. People who
Yeah.
listen to this haven't heard it. Let's hear it.
awful. We hated it. I mean, you haven't seen it. Matt hadn't seen it. I don't want to spoil how horrible it
Yeah.
is until you've
I don't-
seen
I
it.
don't care.
Wait till the end of January, because then it's a then it leaves HBO, right? It goes out into the
They're doing it like
clouds.
that?
So from what I heard is they're going to be doing like every month a new movie's going to come that was supposed to
Oh,
go to
cool.
theaters, and one of those movies is Godzilla versus King
yeah.
Kong. So I'm very excited.
I
for
just watched
that.
King of Monsters the other night again. It's
It's
fantastic.
good, right?
It's great.
It's
Fury-
so good.
Fury Road is awesome, and it's on HBO right now.
I've only got to see one Godzilla movie, and that was at Toker's house. I had such
Oh,
I
the
had
LSD
such a good
one.
time watching that movie.
Oh, that's such a good one. It was the mid-70s Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. And I can't remember the name of it now, but like it is so
and like
trippy.
the boys' shorts were so short.
Oh no, you watched that one? That's Godzilla versus
No, it was
Megalon.
the
That
the
one's
sludge,
just
the sludge
horrible
monster.
bad. Oh, I guess there are tiny shorts in all those old
Joggers, joggers.
Like, it's
Yeah,
they're not even
they're
that.
not
They're
joggers. It's a weird concept of why there's 25 or more
a lot,
Godzilla
yeah.
movies since the 1950s, and a great majority of them have children wearing really tight shorts in them, and I
mean,
don't know
that's-
why.
It's not the movie's fault. It's yeah.
That was the
During that
style,
time,
I
yeah.
guess.
That was nut huggers were the thing back then.
nut huggers.
That's what they called them.
They
That's what
were,
they called
yep.
them anyway.
I want to see more of Japan in the 70s. That sounds like a trippy time.
And the U.S. They just weren't so. Well, I mean, I guess children dressed like little mini adults in the U.S. when you went out in public. But if you're playing basketball, you were
No, a
you
good
were in short
yeah.
shorts.
A good rundown of America in 1990 I used to have on VHS. And it was video of me and my family at Carowinds. So not only was it just me and my family at Carowinds, it was a plethora of people at Carowinds in 1990s. And the style and the short shorts and the giant hair, I've never seen it replicated perfect in television, because they either go like too bright with the colors or whatever. I guess Breakfast Club was kind of close to like what people actually looked like back then. But if you find a home movie and just unfiltered, just watch that, it's crazy how much we've changed in that amount of time.
I remember being a child in the early 80s, and my grandmother would put me in clothes that I was like, I even know this looks horrible. How do you not know this? You're an adult. You're supposed to know things.
It's all relative.
No, it looked bad.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever own Jinko jeans?
I did.
No, again, I don't know if you remember we were poor, so we sold peaches on the
Yeah.
side of the road story. But what I wore and loved were Paco jeans.
Paco jeans.
Paco jeans were an actual like cheap spin-off of Jinkos, but instead of having the big pants leg, every pair came with a Velcro wallet and a chain. So you could have your little carpenter pants with your chain loop and your Velcro wallet
That's
in your
hot.
back pocket. That was my go-to.
You know what? So last summer during coronavirus time, what I discovered, overall shorts with no shirt on is so great with the summer breeze.
Overall shorts with no shirt. Okay.
So
I'm
I had a
fine.
pair of overalls that I turned into shorts,
Oh,
and I
even
wear it
better.
without a shirt. And it was
Oh,
the
I
best
thought you were
time.
talking about ladies' attire.
I mean, you might as well
The,
just go ahead and put on the straw hat and
Yep.
start chewing on a piece of
Chew it
I
on
would,
a
'cause it-
like a
Bare
what is that?
feet?
Wheat little
Yeah.
little
I
stalk
went to
of
the
wheat.
beach in them.
Sweetgrass.
Yep.
I love those damn things.
Ah,
Like this Halloween, I dressed up at work as Sexy Mario.
how'd that go?
Everybody loved it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how you pulled the sex.
It was just the
Oh,
overall
gosh.
shorts.
That's just the shirts off, Toker. The shirts off. That's
No,
all.
the shirts on.
Shirts off.
Next time, though, for Sexy Mario, I'm going to get fishnets to wear underneath the overall legs.
Fishnets are
Fishnets.
not all they're cracked up to be. That's all I can
I know,
say
I wore
about
some
that.
before.
They are, like, don't let them be on the bottom of your feet if you got to walk for a long time.
Oh, I know.
Those crisscrosses. Oh, no.
You know, you guys are wondering why I was wearing fishnets?
No.
No.
No, why?
Well, I'll tell that story on another day when we're not out of time.
Now, let me just ask before you say we're not out of time if that's the same day that the guy asked you to take a picture of him in the men's bathroom or not.
That was not.
Okay,
That was
just
not.
checking.
No.
Next
I was
time
gonna
then.
say, because
Next
I
time.
was at
So-
Pride Parade. I don't know about you.
Oh, were you at Pride 2019?
Yes.
Oh, then you might have seen me.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I was on the.
She says sexy Mario.
the float from the bars that we worked at.
No, but so I'll go ahead. Whatever. I was
That's right, tell that
wearing.
story.
I was wearing a fishnet bodysuit and just the overall shorts in downtown Charleston for Pride because I like to party.
Yeah.
But no one told me. No one starts dressing up at the parade. It's really after the parade at the parties and stuff. So I kind of looked like an idiot wearing overall shorts and a
Kind of.
like, yeah, if you're in the parade, then yeah, people are dressed up. And that's why I was dressed up, because I was in the parade. But, like, yeah.
I wonder how many people just assumed that's what you looked like when they saw you standing there with your straw hat watching the parade go by. And they're like, man, all kinds come out for
Well,
this thing,
look at
don't
his-
they?
I'm from
All this-
Baltimore.
Look at this straight boy walking on by. What's pussy taste like, straight boy?
Yeah, nobody looked at you and thought you were a straight boy, I'm
Well, that was
sure.
a fun first episode.
I fooled you. I fooled you. Yeah. I like noob shoes.
Noob
Is that what
Noob
this is
Show.
called? Noob shoes?
No, it's Noob Show.
Oh. Well,
What?
shit.
He mistyped it.
Did I really
His
type in
vote.
noob
I think I'm
shoes?
just going to call
Yeah,
it
you said noob
shoes.
shoes.
Yeah, that's why he's been saying that the whole time.
Shoes.
I like
I'll
noob
let it
shoes.
go,
I
some
like
noob
that.
shoes. Oh no, I've been
And that's
watching
where
you
too
should
much
end
fucking-
Subscribe to our Patreon.
You gotta clap, right? We gotta
We
clap.
do not have to clap you.
Clap at the end to make sure it's all still in sync.
But now subscribe to our
Good
Patreon.
times.
Patreon/Homebrew Detritus. Follow our
That's
YouTube
right.
and everything else.
Hmm?
Yada,
Like,
yada.
subscribe, all that stuff.
You got
Good
Toker,
times.
Matt, and Mahogany. We might see him next time. We might not.
Who
We'll
knows who
see.
you're gonna get?
Sincerely, Matt.